my channel, Pen Bee Photography. I'm Penny. Today we're going to try and get some pictures of New Forest ponies. These hardy little animals, these hardy little ponies I should say, have been part of the New Forest since the Ice Age. They've been part of the landscape for thousands of years. They are semi-wild, so they're actually owned by people who are called commoners. So they're pretty used to people. We mustn't touch them. We can look, and in different areas of the forest they're tamer or more wild, depending on what. But they are safe, but they do deserve some respect because, let me show you, they are not frightened of me, but also are not handled often. So if they get cross with me, they won't have a problem with coming to tell me off. But as a rule, they're pretty good, but just for looking at, not touching. We've also got Shetland. So this one closer to me here is a New Forest pony, but in this shot you've got Shetland ponies as well. But we have lots of different animals on the forest that are used to graze the forest to stop all the hedging and all that taking over. That's why we have some grassland, so it's all a bit of a balance. So we have donkeys, sheep in certain areas, not so much here, pigs during the autumn to eat the acorns because they're poisonous for ponies, Shetland ponies and other sorts of little ponies, and donkeys. I think that's everything. Oh, and cows, if I didn't mention them at the beginning. So anyway, let's see what we can do. It's quite windy up here, so hopefully you can hear me. But anyway, let's get on with it. So let's talk about equipment. I'm using my 100 to 400. So yes, these ponies will let me quite close to a point, but we do hold a responsibility to not disturb them. They're here to eat. The stallions are out at the moment, so that also, for my own safety, is a consideration of being very respectful. So if I have the 100 to 400 on, I can get as close as I want without disturbing them too much. I'm also looking to see if I am causing them a problem. And at the moment I've got one over there sleeping. Really, she hasn't even looked at me once. I've got another one here just grazing, and none of them have looked at me. The biggest challenge is actually to try and find someone with their head up, because they're just eating all the time, which is a good sign. It means that they're not worried about me being around. There is another thing I just need to mention. We don't ever feed the ponies. They are owned by other people, the commoners, like I said before. It's £1,000 fine if you get caught touching or feeding the ponies. So just be warned. And the reason we don't feed them, they graze this area. They're perfectly happy. They're getting everything they need. During hard times, the commoners put out what their animals need. So they will bring out more food for the ponies and their animals on the forest if they need to. And also, I'm not an expert in ponies at all. I'm sure someone's watching that can correct me if I'm wrong, but they can choke on chopped up food that's been chopped up wrong. So people chop up carrots, they can choke on that. That's the end of that pony. And also they can get colic, which is I think that's probably the end of that pony as well. So remember, there's not someone watching them every single day. So if they get sick out in the forest, it could be days before someone notices. And so yeah, feeding them is a no-no. And another thing on a more selfish point is it makes them follow people around and get cross if they don't get fed, because they're used to it. And then they become dangerous, because if you don't feed them, they'll give you a kick. Around here, not many people walk through this bit, so they're not even thinking about getting fed by someone. So and just get this, we have Pony of a little roll here. That's lovely. Wow. She can do it again. No, she's getting up now. So yeah, just a little thing. Oh, she's having a little trot. If I'm honest, I wouldn't be normally shooting this on a tripod, but I'm trying to do a little bit of video as well. So with this long lens and videoing by hand, it's all shaky all over the place, so I have got it on a tripod. But what I normally do is, if I've got things that are going to move around, I just loosen everything up, and then I can I've just got a little bit of stability and a little bit more movement. Yeah, so that's what I do on this sort of situation, and that helps me move with my subject. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, I've spent about half an hour, maybe a bit more, with these guys behind me here, and they have just been, we've got one or two pictures, definitely got some video. I think patience is a great thing, just as long as they're not bothered about you, just standing around and quietly, seeing if anything happens, and reacting to any action that happens is my tip. But at the same time, I think it's time to know when you're not welcome anymore. I don't think they're bothered by me at all, but they are slowly moving that way. So this is what they do. They just slowly graze and gently just cover the area. So they're not walking away from me as such, but I don't really want to be chasing after them during their day. So I think we'll move on, and if we see something else, that's great, and if we don't, that's all right as well. But I think we're going to move on now and let them get on with their day. Thanks, guys. They're not bothered by me at all. But anyway, let's go. photographing New Forest ponies. We've tried 2 different sites, and these one that goes here I've done a mixture of everything, a bit of a close up and further away, but always keeping a respectful distance. Here's some of my favourite pictures. So I hope you liked some of those pictures. Please let me know and tell me either way if you liked them or didn't like them in the comments below. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you do like it, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.